Hello again, guys. I'm in Blythburgh today, which is not far from Southwold in Suffolk, so we're quite near the coast. And I'm not on my own today. Jake's back.
I'm back again.
And he's very...
Who's back? Back again. No.
Right, that's... I'm not editing that out. Yeah, we're doing a walk in Blythburgh from the book. You're going to want OS map 231 Southwold and Bungay. And yeah, this walk is, can you hold the map for us a sec? Cheers. We've got Wenhaston and Mels from Blythburgh. It's walk number 20 in this book. It's 8.25 miles. It's going to take us 3.5 hours, although in Tom Outdoors World that's more like 5 or 6 hours, so we'll probably get lost or something.
Pubs.
There's a lot of stuff to see here. We've got an amazing church which you're going to have a look at in a minute. And yeah, Jake has very kindly lent me his phone and selfie stick because I managed to fall over at the beach on Monday and and I broke the phone. But I've got a new one coming. eBay's brilliant, 50 quid off of eBay, same phone, brand new. Yeah, saved me a bit of money rather than getting the screen fixed. And so yeah, but for now we've got this, so that's not too bad, and already I quite like this little setup, it's decent. Right, we're heading into the village of Blythburgh now. Right, as you can see, we're outside the church, the Holy Trinity Church at Blythburgh. So I'm just going to read you from the book here. The route begins at Holy Trinity, one of Suffolk's great churches, which stands beside the site of a former Augustinian priory. We'll have a look at that later. The way follows little frequented field and waterside paths to explore the wild and beautiful course of the River Blythe and the countryside just to the south of Halesworth. Imposing enough from the outside, Holy Trinity is quite spectacular within. It boasts a massive nave into which sunlight floods from a dramatic run of clerestory windows. Lift your eyes even higher and there is a magnificent hammer beam roof. Its spans and panels still richly coloured with original paint. From the apex of each rafter an angel looks down upon the congregation, a full dozen in all. Sacrilegiously, they are peppered with lead shot, apparently as a result of someone trying to get rid of jackdaws roosted in the rafters. The church is also noted for its collection of medieval poppy heads and beautiful carvings decorating the pew ends, although the pews themselves are modern, replaced in the 19th century. Amongst the intriguing carvings you will find representations of the 7 deadly sins, gluttony with a well-rounded belly and sloth lounging in bed. Another interesting feature is the 17th century Jack of the Clock at the east end, which used to strike the hours.
a narrow church staircase, just about to walk up to. Of course it's narrow. I'm quite thin, but blimey, this is like, you've got to be under 5 foot to fit through here. You stare at a tiny little window here, if you can see out there. Amazing, absolutely tiny. Cool, blimey. Can't even get my toes on the stairs, that's how small they are. My word. Oh wow, just a little chapel here. Halfway up the stairs, you come across this little tiny little room. Amazing. Wow. Carry on, another little window. Absolutely tiny. Right up to a little door up here. There we go. Absolutely tiny. It's hard to tell, but all this is so small. Absolutely tiny. Let's get ready to ramble.
Let's get ready to walk. Okay, the footpath here leads out to this bank sort of near the marshes and the river, and this bank is the site of the former track of the Southwold to Halesworth Railway, which operated from 1879 to 1929. Alright guys, update on the walk. We've just entered the village of Wenhaston, and this is St Peter's Church, the parish church. So, we're going to go in and we're going to have a butcher's. Alright guys, so yeah, this is in the church at St Peter's in Wenhaston, and this here, I've never seen one of these before in a church, is the medieval Doom, or the Wenhaston Doom. It's a Last Judgment painting. It is thought to have been made and erected by a monk from Blythburgh in circa 1480 AD. It stood originally over the chancel arch, but was probably covered in 1549 during the strongly Protestant reign of Edward the Sixth. We're still following the River Blythe back to Blythburgh. This is it now, lovely shot here, and this is Blythburgh Bridge. And yeah, we've probably got, I don't know, quarter of the walk left to do, something like that. And basically we're going to be heading that way, so to the right, going that way. But if we go up this way, it's a short walk into the little village of Blythburgh, just off the route, and there's a pub, I think the Queen's Head Inn, I think it's called, something like that. So, okay, here we are guys at the Queen's Head Inn. There's the church at Blythburgh, and Jake's here. And yeah, it's a lovely little thatched pub. It looks quite busy. Got like this green over here as well. They've got a big beer garden. Right, to the pub. Alright guys, we've left the Queen's Head pub in Blythburgh, and this is All Saints Church, just across the road. It's about, I think it's about 8:30 now, so it's unlikely that we're going to be able to get into this church, but I thought I'd just show you it anyway. So there's been, yeah, quite a few churches on this walk. Weather, as you can see, is still really nice. There's a slight breeze, and yeah, it's fairly warm. So you can sort of see they've sort of re-plastered it all on the side here, and then here's the porch. Oh, you won't believe it, it's open as well. Go and have a little look. Here we are. So it's quite a plain looking church. So obviously it's probably a Protestant one. Wow, I'm really surprised that this is open. Usually, I mean, it's 8:30 at night. Most churches are usually closed at like 5 or 6. I mean, it's quite out of the way here. There's not really a lot around, but still, it's quite a surprise. There's the pulpit. And that's a memorial cross to a captain, by the looks of things, in 1916, killed in action. There's the front over there. There's a nice simple little church. Bell tower's up there. This big building up here on the hill, and it looks like there's an abandoned building here. We're not sure what that is, but this big building here is, Jake's going to tell you. Go on, do you want to read that out for us?
The large building on the nearby hillside is a former Blything Union workhouse, built in 1766 to house the poor and destitute. Is it
Destitute.
Yeah, of the area. At one time, it housed more than 350 people. They were employed in a variety of tasks, including tendering the extensive garden and working on the adjoining farm, as well as producing linen, so it almost worked like a mill. Woolen clothing and knitted goods, so yeah, basically a mill. Like many other old workhouses, it eventually became a hospital, so it was, yeah, providing the long-term care for the chronicle sick. That too eventually closed, and the start of the 21st century, conversion to a residential accommodation gave it a new lease of life. So a hospital, a mill, a workhouse, and yeah.
So yeah, at first discipline was lax, and by all accounts the inmates lived well, but the regulations were later tightened, the perks abolished and the sexes strictly segregated. That sucks. Like many other old workhouses, it eventually became a hospital providing long-term care for the chronically sick. That too eventually closed, and at the start of the 21st century, conversion to residential accommodation gave it a new lease of life. Alright Jake, we're nearing the end of the walk, mate, and it's time as always for your highlights. What are the highlights of the walk?
Highlights, definitely the start, my recording of stuff on my phone until it died.
Yeah, it was
the
good.
church at the start was cool. The second church was just as cool. The pub was cool, because I had a nice shit in there.
Oh, that was the Queen's
That's
Head Inn.
cool up there. I like the abandoned house.
There's an abandoned house up there.
Cool. And the old hospital, that is quite, it just overlooks all this. It's just cool.
It is nice.
And then that tops it.
Oh, look at that sunset over there. I'll just zoom in.
All this.
That's pretty cool actually.
We've got 80s music going on to the left of us.
Yeah, there's I think a house party somewhere over there. So yeah, I would say my highlights, I've just got that on film, because there's no selfie mode on it. My highlights would be Jake's dancing there, definitely. No, I think the church at Blythburgh at the beginning, where we're heading back to now, topped it. It's got to be one of my, after seeing that, it's got to be one of my favourite churches in Suffolk, I reckon.
The second one with a piece of wood in.
Oh no, the other one as well, the church at Wenhaston with the Wenhaston Doom, the big medieval picture of the Last Judgment. That was really cool. I did not expect that. We nearly didn't go in that church, and Jake was like, no, we've got time, let's go in there. So I went, yeah, go on, we'll go in there then. Open the door, and I was like, shit, that's amazing.
Did you say shit as you walked in?
No, I was thinking it. So yeah, the two churches. Yeah, the pub was nice to stop at Blythburgh just then. Really, the views across kind of like the River Blythe have been really nice. You know, sunset behind us was pretty decent. Yeah, once again, the buildings here are, you know, I think have been the highlights and stuff really. We've had some nice surrounding views and countryside, lots of sheep and cattle. And yeah, just say lots of reeds and marshes along the river here. It's gives it a really unique vibe to it. So yeah, that is our highlights, and we're heading back to Blythburgh now. Right, no walk is complete without getting lost on Tom Outdoors. We've somehow stumbled onto private land again, and then we've had to jump a few gates and fences, and then we come up across this, and we was like, shit, how are we going to get across that? So we just stuck them across and balanced across it. Yeah, bit hairy, and we've come out now to, I think, the actual River Blythe, the main, like, the main river itself. They're just little channels. That smells like sewage, so that could be like a,
Yeah, there's sewage pipes there.
yeah, sewage pipes are here. Oh, so, oh, it's fun, isn't it? And yeah, here's the river itself now. Look at that, there's the church. It's funny, but on camera it looks miles away, but it's actually not. It's like right in front of me. There we go, there's the church. It's like on an island amongst the marshes and the reeds of the river. It's an absolutely stunning location. And just panning you round, here's the river. It's a nice place to be lost, isn't it? Lights on it. So yeah, the car park is back this way. So yeah, we're going to call it a day there. So
It said it was supposed to be a 3.5 hour walk. Well, we started walking at 1:30, it's now 10 to 10.
yeah, well, we take our time with it. Tom Outdoors, we don't rush these things. So anyways, so Jake, it's been a good one, yep?
Yes.
Excellent, right. Cheers for watching, guys.
End on that, look at that.
Yeah, I'll end. Oh, look at that. Yeah, right. There's a nice view to leave you with. So, yeah, cheers for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this one as always, and thanks for continued support.
Peace.
And yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. You'll see me again for sure you'll probably see
Ta-ra.
this arsehole
Oh, where?
again, another one. So yeah, cheers for watching. See you later, and cheers.
That's right, you look. I'll take him anyway.
Steven Spielberg nowhere. Right, we've just come across next to the footpath here, and where the old railway line is, this old shed, which could be part of the...
Could be.
It could be something to do with the railway, Jake thinks. We're not sure.
It's old, very old.
We're having a look inside. Once again, we're going to see if Alan's in. Alan! 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 I don't think he's in, Jake.
No, he's not in. Oh well. There's Hoover there.
Alan!
There's a couple of tyres.
Alan, you forgot your Hoover. Alan!
Right, just a quick one for the note while we're walking. We are a couple of tits because we've done a circle which we thought was the route, but it turned out to be a circle of the route at the end of the route. So we've now retraced our footsteps and we're heading back down Church Lane to find the actual path, because us pair of Wallies, well, Wallies, isn't it? Yeah, really nice.
Took us an hour and a half, didn't it?
Hour and a half to get out of the car when we arrived, go around the church, and then get lost. So yeah.
I'm with stupid.
Boo.
Track of Southwold House, right. To the left, it leads to Wenhaston Lane. There, go right.
Tit. Right guys, this is a stupid one. We finished the walk almost 4 hours ago and we had a Mackey's, we're on our way home. Tom's had the laughing gas and Bruce fell off his perch. I'm sitting here not trying to throw up from ice cream and Tom's having a nut. Look at him. We can't see me. He flew off that fucking perch. Oh fuck, we're gonna die.
I was so good to stop laughing, we ended up crashing. Oh fuck.
Here lays Tom Hill, left by falling Bruce.
He shouts!
Oh, that was intense to do the B-sides, mate.
Oh, I've got a fucking headache now.
I need to reset.
I must be tired.